I took an account from minus $8,000 to a plus $5,000 payout from my Forex funds. Now in this video, I'll be going through and showing you the full account history. I'll also be showing you the payout proof, as well as the 12% winner I took in one single trade to bring this account all the way up to plus 5% in profit. Now this account was given to me by one of my clients. They messaged me on Telegram stating that this was a live account and it was in $8,000 drawdown. Now this is not something I usually do, as it is quite risky to try and recover such a deep drawdown account, and it can be quite stressful. However, I believed in my strategy and my skill, and I also thought it would make for a good YouTube video, so I ended up taking the risk and helping this person recover his $8,000 account. Now the risk management approach that I took in recovering this account was by starting off by risking 0.5%. Now since it was already down 8%, I had another 4% to play with before the account was blown and the account was suspended. So by risking 0.5%, it gave me a lot more chances to build up a profit buffer to then risk the profits I'm making to exponentially grow the account much faster. So I started off by risking 0.5%, and then once I took a couple winners, then I increased my risk to 1%, and then again by creating another buffer, I ended up risking 2%. Ultimately, risking 2% per trade was the most amount of exposure I was willing to give myself, as in my strategy, since it is accurate, I'm able to expose myself to a bit more risk. Even though on a live account it is highly recommended to be risking 1%. This is definitely something I go over in my course, as I have a nice breakdown of my strategy step by step where I teach you the ins and outs, and I also have a risk management plan which is very important to follow. Now before I get into the account history, make sure to watch the video in its entirety, as I'll be breaking down the single trade which made me 12% to help boost up this account recovery process. Now all of the trades that I've taken in the account recovery process for this My Forex Funds live account was called out in the signals group. So this is a Telegram group which I've got right here, and the link will be in the description below for you to run that bot. And you can see in January was up 10%. I've got a full track record here for the year so far. February we were negative 3%, but it's very important that we're managing risk and not losing more than we can afford to. And then in March we made a nice 4%, recovering and making profit on top of the February loss. And then in April another 10% winner. So in total for the first 4 months of the year we're up 21%. Now in the signals group, as you can see, I've been calling out all the signals, and this was the nice huge winner which we got, giving me a 1 to 6 RR, making me around 12%. And then I gave you guys a nice breakdown here as well of exactly how I ended up taking this trade, so you guys can make money whilst learning how to trade as well. So definitely be sure to check it out in the description down below. Now to get a good breakdown of how of all of these trades and the account history, let's save it as a detailed report right over here, and then let's open this up to see exactly how things were going. So if you scroll down, this was the trading history. Now majority of these trades were not taken by me, they were taken by the client, and I only took a handful near the end. So if you look at the chart, you can see clear as day the starting balance was around 100k, and then for a period of time there was no such activity going on. And then this is the client taking multiple trades. I don't know if they were using an EA or what was going on, but anyways, we were seeing a steady decline in the P&L, and this is at the time where I took place and started recovering the account. So this is where the account was down near enough $8,000, and as you can see, a nice steady increase in the balance. Then we did suffer a losing streak, which is normal for traders. However, it is important to be managing risk, so the losing streak did not last too long, and then we were back into profit. And then this was the huge 12% winner, which brought us almost into 5k profit. So if we go down and look at the stats further, we can see that the largest profitable trade was around $11,300. Now that's crazy on a 100k account to be making such a huge winner, but with such huge RRs, I was able to boost the account instantly. and the biggest loser was around 2%. This just goes down to risk management. I was not willing to lose more than 2%, like I said in my risk management plan, and we made a huge 11.3% winner. Now the maximum consecutive amount of wins was around 12, and the maximum consecutive amount of losses was 15. Now again, this is the client maybe using an EA, so this is why there's such huge losses going on. So this stats are not really accurate to my trading, as a bunch of trades, especially in the beginning, were taken by the client. However, as you can see, if we come into the trade history, that after this 11k winner, we then got a nice payout of 5k, and currently we're sitting around 3.8k in profit. So I might give this account back to the client or continue managing it for a nice fee, since I'm no longer doing the prop management service and I'm focusing more on the course, so you guys can make these type of profits yourself, and also sharing the trade ideas and trade breakdowns in the VIP signals group. Now one last thing before I give you guys a nice breakdown, if we come on over to my Instagram page, make sure to follow it. The links will be in the description down below. If you come on to the payout section, you can see that after the 5k withdrawal, 80% was then withdrawn, which was around 3.8k, and then you can also see on the MT4 terminal that 5k was withdrawn. So here's the payout proof. I've given you guys a proper breakdown on Discord, which is my main course, so I'd highly recommend, if you guys want to get in on this journey, I've got a section on Discord called Prop Firms, where I'm documenting all of this in a lot more detail, giving you guys a more detailed explained breakdown on exactly what I'm doing. However, just to give you a brief overview of what I've done here, not to go into too much detail, you can see price is now pushing bullish, so that's exactly where my bias was. And then on the 30-minute time frame, I've highlighted a nice level of demand. Again, this is something we go over in the course. And then once I saw that price was in this sort of accumulation phase, where we're not creating higher highs and higher lows, and we're just consolidating, this is a good opportunity to get in on the trade. And so this is exactly where I ended up entering, with my stops just below these lows over here. And my target was going to be around this level right over here, once we break this level of supply on the 5-minute. However, since price was ripping up so aggressively, I continued to hold and ended up closing my trade roughly around here for a 1 to 6 RR. So it was an absolute beauty of a trade. Now again, in hindsight, we could have definitely held it much longer for a 1 to 10, which is absolutely crazy. However, I was more than happy with my profit